Hi there. Welcome back to another video. Um, my name is Andre, and welcome to my digital diary, Dre's digital diary. Um, so yeah, today we're gonna be talking about overcoming self doubt. My experience of it. Um, the idea of imposter syndrome, and I guess ultimately overcoming it or minimizing its impacts. So what is self doubt? Well, I don't have a script. This is all um, unscripted. So self doubt to me is basically um, the inability to gain confidence in oneself. Um, Basically comparing yourself to other people and um, overthinking and saying to yourself that you're not good enough. And it's this internal fight of validation from yourself and um, basically conforming to the idea of being inadequate. And it's honestly detrimental to yourself because when you lose that confidence, that strength and sense of self, you kind of get lost and you get in a rut. And when you compare yourself to other people, especially on social media, you have a tendency, well, I had a tendency to not do things that they did because I just wasn't good enough. And I came to the conclusion, what makes them so special that I can't do the same thing they're doing? And there could be boundaries like financial, they could be richer than you. They may have the connections, they may have the experience. But what's stopping me from attempting, like, let's say, for example, let's say, oh, like this video. Um, when I started, I was like, what do you, Joff, or Andre, um, you're not good enough. Look at all these YouTubers, all these influencers. They've already made their reputation. They have their following. Do you compare? How do you compare yourself to them? You're not good enough. You're too young for this. You're inexperienced. But that's all self doubt. That's just this. It's like a barrier of thoughts. It's a defense mechanism in order to not hurt yourself. It's your brain's defense mechanism. But once you learn to maneuver your way around that, so for instance, I'm not good enough. When that thought comes to me, it's not myself. It's a thought, and I know I'm not saying that to myself. It's my brain, if that makes sense. Basically, when when I have the thought of I'm not good enough, I question it back. I say, why am I not good enough? And then it gets me thinking, I am good enough because I'm also a human, I'm a person. I have I have resources like this iPad I'm using. They may have like a 4K Sony camera, with a microphone, this whole setup, and like this cool ass background of the penthouse, and they may have that, but I have this. So what's stopping me? And I remember when I posted my first video, I was really happy because once you overcome those thoughts and you realize that all those situations you thought of to yourself never actually came true because you experience them in your head and that's not reality, and you're basically constructing this mental state of reality that's never actually gonna happen, and that really sucks because it restricts you, it limits you from reaching your full potential. And this has self-doubt has impacted me socially as well. Like, I can't talk to that person, they're in a different league from me. I can't interact with them, I can't ask them out, I can't say hi. And recently I've come to the state where I understand that they're not like people. We're all the same. We're all struggling. We're all confused and lost. No one is certain of anything. And we're equal that way. We're not superior to. No person is superior to another person. And it's basically, I've overcome my self-doubt through realizing that even if I make a fool out of myself, that's okay, because I'd rather be myself than and do what I want than not submit but kind of conform to what's normal and what the people who I don't think I'm good enough to talk to them. I overcome it because I know that my worth is the same as theirs, and even though they may have fancier clothes than me, that they may be richer, that they may look a lot better than me, that's not a reason for me to not talk to them or to not pursue what they're doing as well. And yeah, so maybe some tips to overcoming the self-doubt ultimately lies in your ability to not think. I mean, you can't not think. You're gonna think negative thoughts, but not interacting or listening to these thoughts, but just observing these thoughts, that's crucial for your development. And once you learn that these thoughts are there not to protect you, I mean, they're there to protect you, but they don't align with what you want to do. You have to trust your gut. You have to overcome the boundary of these negative thoughts. And that starts by not listening to them. And one more tip I can give you is that with self-doubt, it's okay to be afraid, and it's okay to be anxious. And all those feelings that you feel is perfectly normal. But what matters most is that you do the thing that you want to do. You overcome these expectations that you set yourself, and you surpass these restraints that you've limited yourself to. And it's also getting out of your comfort zone, into that area where you know nothing about. And it is humbling, it really is. But you learn and you grow, and everyone else is doing the same thing, learning and growing. And that's what I've realized, is that yeah, we are all in the same boat, in various ways. But yeah, where you and me, we're worthy, we are enough, and we shouldn't be ashamed of it. So yeah, that's how I overcame doubting myself, self-doubt. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a good day or good night, and make sure to stay hydrated and get some sleep or have some fruit. Yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching. Bye.